Hello mga kababayan, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Laruan ni Obi-Wan. So ngayon po magre-review tayo. Is going to be a dual action figure review. Still from the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave of Marvel Legends. So we have Darkstar and we have Vault Guardsman. So we have the two figures out of their boxes. So let's examine the contents of each figure. So for the Vault Guardsman, we have the figure, a pistol of some sort, Ursa Major Build-A-Figure piece, and an extra pair of hands. As for the Darkstar figure, we have the figure and extra pair of hands, and the major Build-A-Figure pieces of Ursa Major. So with the weakest figure in the bunch, or the weakest character in the bunch, they included the most crucial piece of the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure. So let's start this review with Darkstar. So Darkstar, a little bit of bio on this character for this action figure review. So Darkstar, aka Lainia Pretovna, okay, I hope I pronounce it right. So she's a Russian superheroine. She is a mutant with the abilities of manipulating dark force or dark matter. So this character somehow has connections to the Black Widow character. So the Vault Guardsman, what do I know about this figure? So from what I've read, I understand that they are a group of highly trained personnel guarding a high-level security prison for supervillains known as the Vault. So the Vault would hold mutants and supervillains, and as guardians of that Vault, they had to wear a special suit of armor. Now that's this suit of armor is based from Iron Man technology, which was stolen from Tony Stark, so by Justin Hammer. So Justin Hammer reproduced some kind of armor for the Vault Guardsman, and later on in the Iron Man wars, Tony Stark would be retrieving the Guardsman armors because those are technology that was stolen from him. So I think that is it for this figure. So this figure is more of an army building wave. So you could possibly collect 6 or 7 or 10 of these action figures, but from looking at it right now, I think I'm just okay with one, just to complete the Ursa Major action figure. So for articulation, this action figure, the articulation points are similar to the Iron Man modular armor suit. So it's not important to discuss individual points of articulation for this figure. And this is more of an old figure because it still utilizes pin technology for the joints. So you know that this guy is a old timer. So he was just painted green and included with the wave to sell one of the Ursa Major pieces to complete the wave, of course. So for the Darkstar figure, we don't have any articulation point on the waist. So the waistline is one whole piece. We only have a ball on the torso, on the diaphragm point for articulation. We have rotation and sideways movement for the shoulders. We have rotation of the elbows and single point of bend on the elbow. and this is based on still old Marvel Legends technology, because we could still see the pins on the joints. So for the knee, we have 2 points of articulation. For the thigh, we have a thigh cut for rotation. And for the boot area, we don't have a cut on the boot area. But for the Vault Guardsman figure, we have a cut over here for rotation. But for the Darkstar figure, we don't have a boot cut. We only have a swivel and a rocker for the foot. So those are the articulation points for these two figures. So honestly speaking, if you're not completing the Ursa Major action figure, then you are free to skip on these two action figures, the Darkstar and the Vault Guardsman. Now if you're going to army build a Vault Guardsman team, then you're free to get several of these guys. But actually, in person, it's really not so impressive. It's green, it's shiny, but there's a lot of QC issues and marbleization, all of the plastic all over the body of the figure, which is some kind of unsightly, because if the camera catches, you have marbleization over here and some other little points or areas in the body, and it's not really a good looking figure. So Hasbro could have done better with this figure. For example, this is an army building action figure, and you want several of this guy on your shelf, maybe 5 or 6, and some kind of personalization on the armor, some kind of patch, or maybe a number, or some kind of thing that would really spice up the action figure, because in its form right now, it's just way too bland. And the Guardsman having pistol for a weapon, it says in the box that with armor equipped repulsor race. So which for purposes of for protecting themselves, I don't think that they need a pistol. So moving on with the Darkstar figure. Now, I don't know if this is the first Darkstar figure offering for Marvel or Hasbro, but if this is the only Darkstar figure, the first one to be produced, then I guess you're stuck with it. So you're free to hunt this figure and have it in your collection. But if just to own this figure is based on old mold technology, as evidenced by the 2 points or 2 pins. And I have a QC issue with this figure. As you could see, I'll really point this one out because I have a crack on the joint over there. So every time I try to bend the leg, especially on the knee point over there, as I put on pressure, that crack widens, and I could place the sharp edge of my N-Exacto knife in between the openings, the crack openings. So, well, I think this thing could be remedied with a little bit of glue, but it's going to be forever. So with regards to a Darkstar figure, then those are just my thoughts. Those are my talking points for these two figures, and let's move on with the disappointment with the purchase of these two. because we still have a great figure to build. In the next video, I'm going to feature the full build of the Ursa Major action figure, which I'm really excited. So see you on the next video.